Hello everyone, it's Elena and I'm back with another video, and I'm honestly not really sure what this video is because I am calling it December favorites for university, but don't expect the January favorites or anything like that because I don't buy that much stuff. I mean, I do buy a lot of books, but books are kind of a different story, you know? And we're not talking about books today. Today it's just about products that I think are useful for university, but obviously they're not a must. This is just some stuff that I think is nice to have. So yeah, let's go! First up, we have this thing at the back of my laptop, and that's actually a laptop stand that is super portable because it's attached to your laptop and it's also really thin. And I love using this, especially when I take notes on my iPad, because I often take notes from things that are on my laptop, and so it's just nice to be able to put the screen off the laptop a little bit higher because that makes it easier to look at the stuff on it. The next thing is for my long hair gang, and it is these hair needles, and they are amazing for just quickly putting your hair up. I use it a lot while I'm studying because very often my hair will just be in the way, and with these I can just quickly put it up, and then when I'm done with studying I can just undo the hairstyle and have my hair open again. Now, in all honesty, I did not have a lot of faith in this one because I was like, well, how is it gonna hold a bun? But it actually works really well on my hair, and I'm gonna be linking both of these in the description box alongside with everything else that I'm mentioning in this video in case you're interested. Next up, we have this pen, and I've been using these pens, well, for a long time because I remember writing my high school study notes with these pens. The reason why I love these in particular is because they are really soft when you write on paper. Like, it's just a really nice feeling of writing on paper, and that's why I use them for study notes. And they are also just really comfortable in terms of the grip that you get on them. And they don't just come in pink, don't worry. There are other colors, but I mean, the pink is very pretty. Next up, we have something digital, and we are talking about an app. The app is called Todoist, and as you can probably guess from the name, it is about to-do lists. But the reason why I love this app in particular is because it sends you reminders about your to-dos. So when you add a to-do, you can just add the date and the time when you want to be reminded. You don't need to, you know, tick any boxes or anything. You can literally just write the date and the time, and it will set the reminder for then. And the great thing about Todoist is it doesn't just send you like a push notification, but it can actually deliver that reminder to your email inbox. And as a student in university, I check my emails very frequently because it's the main communication thing. And that's why when I get a reminder as an email, I am very likely to see it. And it's especially great for things that you need to do at a particular time, like when you need to do something in the afternoon of that day, then you can just set yourself a reminder for it and you don't need to write yourself like a dozen post-its so that you won't forget about it. Elena, why are you doing this? I'm not an ASMR artist, though this is a branch of YouTube that I watch a lot because it helps me fall asleep. But anyway, I want to talk about this thing. These are stickers, but not the fun kind, but rather the let's study kind. And they are for your textbooks so that you can, you know, figure out where you can find which chapter really easily. And the reason why I love these is because these are really sturdy, because you glue the two sides of the sticker together, and that way they are a lot more durable than, for example, post-its. Because, you know, with post-its, when you have them in your textbooks and then you put your textbooks in your bag and stuff, they will look pretty ugly very quickly. However, the benefit of post-its is that post-its are very easy to remove. These are not easy to remove, so only mark things that you want to mark permanently with these. But I love to use them for chapters or in my statute books for marking where I can find which statute. And, you know, those are things that I just need to navigate the book. And so that's why it's really useful. And so obviously I also want to keep these markers on permanently, and then it's not a problem. And another thing is I used the blank version, so I wrote all of these things here myself. But if you're a German law student, you can actually get these pre-printed for your statute books, so you don't need to worry about writing everything. But if you want to use it for textbooks or something, there is a blank version so that you can just, you know, create your own labels. However, please make sure that if you're using a pen, wait for a few minutes until you then take off the sticker and glue it into the book, because otherwise it will smudge. I made that experience and wasted quite a few stickers, so Just wait a few minutes and then you're good to go. This is probably my favorite out of all the things that I'm showing you. Now, why do I love this lamp? Well, because it's a reading lamp, so I can read for a long time at night, even when the lights are off. That's probably also why my mom hates this thing, but I love it. So you can just clip it to your book and then you're good to go. It has 3 different warmths of light, and yeah. There's really not that much to say about it aside from the battery lasts pretty well. This thing here is pretty flexible, so if you have a bigger book, it's not a problem. And it can actually also stand on its own because you can just put it like this on your table and then use it as a lamp, but I really just use it in bed for reading. I think it's really great if you're doing some evening reading, and I think it also makes it feel kind of special if you're using it on a textbook. I don't know if that's just me, but I really like the vibe of just having this clipped lamp. Maybe that's just me. Next up we have this marker, and this is a marker for glass and mirrors, and the great thing about it is that it is erasable. You don't need a wet cloth or anything like that. You can literally just grab a tissue and then just get rid of it. And I love this because I feel like a scientist in the movies figuring out like a big theory when I write on glass or on a mirror. And sometimes I'll just write on my window, and even though I'm not that scientist, but really just a law student trying to understand how constructive trusts work, it makes me feel special and it makes me more motivated to learn, and that's why I think this is really great. Next up we have an item that I have in my hands a lot, which is this tumbler. I got it at Miniso, I believe it was like £9, and guys, this has made me drink so much more because I'm someone who struggles with drinking enough water or just generally drinking enough liquids. Like I think right now there's pineapple juice in there, but whatever, you know, at least I take in some liquids. And I never drank enough on a daily basis, but then I bought this tumbler and I just put it on my desk, and I always make sure that it's filled, and it's like candy that stands on your desk. You know, even if you're not hungry, you will just grab a bit of candy every once in a while, and it's the same with this. And I think because it looks nice, I just, you know, want to touch it because it's shiny and pink, and it kind of works. So if you're struggling to drink enough, I highly recommend just getting a nice tumbler that you like and just always have it on your desk filled with water or whatever you like as a drink. And at least for me, it really helped a lot with drinking more, so maybe it can help you as well. Next up we have this planner, and I love this planner because I think it has the perfect layout, because on this page you have a weekly overview, and then here you just have lined paper, and I use that lined paper to write my to-do lists, and then I just have my overview of what's going to happen in the week, and I think that makes it really easy to plan as well. So I have a big to-do list in Notion on my laptop, and then I just write down my to-dos for the week in here. And on Notion it's just like all of my to-dos regardless of when they need to get done in time. And I love having this planner with me because it's super useful, and I like actually having a paper planner again, because when you have a digital planner and you have to go on your phone or your laptop to access it, you're more likely to then just also check social media for a bit, and suddenly you're scrolling for Instagram and, you know, an hour has passed. And by the way, I would recommend getting it in a soft cover. So this is pretty soft, and I think this makes it a lot easier to just take the planner and lay it out flat on a desk, which is something that I like to do a lot, and I think with the hard covers that's harder to do. And I also just think this feels nicer, but maybe that's also just me. And we're gonna end this video with food. And these are the Belvita Soft Bakes Breakfast Choc Chips. So basically these are breakfast cookies that I never eat for breakfast because I'm way too hungry in the morning. But I think they are amazing as a snack while you're studying, because I usually get hungry while I'm studying, and so I usually bring 1 or 2 of these cookies with me to the library, and if I get hungry I just go to the tea room and eat them there. And they are great for just, you know, getting rid of that tiny hunger, and then you can have a bigger meal later on. I wouldn't really recommend them as breakfast cookies just because I'm way too hungry in the morning, but yeah, as a study snack, they are great. And that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching and have a nice day. Bye!